Hey gang, how you doing? John from The Good Dog. Quick check-in. I always say that and then it goes long. Anyways, quick check-in. Beautiful freaking day here. Lots of stuff going on at the ranch, as always. But wanted to check in. This is something I talked about a little bit post-workout on Instagram stories, and I saw on my friend Ashley's page, he had actually put up a quote from Gary Vee, and I was like, oh man, like almost verbatim what I had been talking about. So I'm sure I'd like hijacked it from Gary without even like being super conscious of it. So, but I'll give Gary full credit. and anyways, it's the concept about like, are we foggy, guys? How's that? Better? It's just the light's really bright. So I'm gonna stand here. This looks pretty. So it's basically simple concept, guys. What do you want? How big are your dreams? How big are your goals? How big are your desires? What do you want for your life? And then does your work ethic match up to what you're looking for? So just a simple equation. And if you've got big dreams, then your work ethic has got to be huge, guys. Like, there's no getting around it. There's no like, I hit the lottery in business. No, it's like, whatever you're trying to create, if you're trying to create like an awesome, like the best relationship, if you're trying to create an awesome, the best work environment, if you're trying to create an awesome like work-life balance, or an awesome like you want to live somewhere special, you want to have a house or a ranch, or you know, 2 houses or whatever it might be, no matter how big it is, you just have to make sure you size up your work ethic and make sure that it reflects or is in alignment with what you're trying to achieve, right? I know this is like, this might as well be the common sense like hammer over the head, right? It seems so common sense, but I think oftentimes our dreams and goals, they're so exciting and they have so much juice behind them that it's really easy for us to get caught up in the, Gary says this really nice, the feeling of it. Like, people love the feeling of the juice behind it, but they don't like the feeling of the work. And he's a smart guy, right? So it's definitely something that I've been thinking about more and more and more. I've been having to find ways to tweak more time, to carve out more time. I'm getting up a little bit earlier, trying to make sure that I've got enough time, because like, I've got these really big goals and I have to make sure that my work ethic is in alignment or corresponding with what I'm trying to get, or else I'm just fooling myself. So I've been working at getting up at 5 instead of like 5:30 or 6, buy myself that extra half an hour or an hour. And to be honest, that can be a super valuable hour. That chunk of time, if used right, can really help me out. So whether you guys already get up at 5, or it's not really like the time, it's about what you're doing with that time and where you're plugging things in and how you're making use of your time. And it's really about that big equation of like, small dreams, you can really like, you don't have to do as much. What did what did Jim say? Um, if you don't want much, you don't have to become much. And like, nobody says it better than Jim, right? And I think it's really, really true. If you don't want much, you don't have to become much. So that's probably why a lot of people keep their dreams really small, because it doesn't put them in any space of accountability or like having to push out of their comfort zone or strive for more, or be in that uncomfortable space of like pushing, transitioning, unknown, you know what I mean? Like, pushing into places that they're not sure how they're going to do it, or putting themselves in risky spots of taking chances, putting themselves out there, exposing themselves, right? You don't have to become much if you don't want much. But if you do want a lot, and I don't mean stuff, but if you do want a lot out of this life, then by God, guys, make sure that what you're doing, check in, sit down today, take 2 minutes out, and just have an honest conversation with yourself. Is what I'm doing equaling what I'm looking to get out of life? Are my actions equal to my goals and dreams? Just keep it super simple. And if they're not, no biggie, just adjust them. Or, right, either adjust your work ethic or adjust your dreams. That's Jim has another great saying, and I can't remember what it is right now, but what's he say? Either something about like, either we have to It's something along those lines, actually. Either we have to adjust our dreams, or I don't know. I'm gonna butcher Jim, and I don't want to butcher him. Maybe I'll put it in the comments. Anyways, I want to keep it simple. I just think it's a really important time, or a really important conversation, I should say, for all of us to have. And I think it's easy for all of us to get off track. I think sometimes we're really on track and we're kicking butt, and then we kind of like, woo, and then we lose it. I know for me, there's times where I'm just like, I'm on fire and I'm unstoppable and I can feel that momentum. And then there's times where I kind of lose my mojo a little bit, and like life goes on, and like you just kind of get out of that groove, and then habits start. It's just the way we are. We're so habitual that if we get into the groove of kicking ass, then we just continue. If we get into the groove of like slowing down, or like some bad habits, we get into that groove as well. And so you got to just really check in with yourself. It's almost like course correct constantly, right? Big dreams. Okay, let me check in with myself weekly, daily. Am I on track for, are my actions corresponding with these dreams? If not, course correction time, or goal correction time. There's no dance around this one, guys. So you want the big stuff, it's going to require big stuff from you. You want the medium stuff, get the medium stuff from you. You want the small stuff, get the small stuff from you. Kind of sad though to think about that, like you could do bigger things and have a bigger impact and a kind of a greater, more grand life, but like choose not to because it's too much work. I don't know. I think that kind of sucks. So we all get the decision. We all get to decide how we want to approach this, and where we want to sit on that line, and how big we want those dreams, and how much we want to work for them. My suggestion for you is just to be incredibly honest with yourself and make sure that they're lining up, because if they're not, you're going to be really disappointed, and I don't want that for you. So sit down, maybe today, have a little check-in with yourself, take a few minutes out, look at your dreams, look at your goals, look at all the stuff, hopefully you've got them written down, and say, sorry, the retainer stuff is still hard, is what I'm doing today and every day matching with what I'm trying to get to? And if not, adjust it, or adjust those dreams. That's it. All right, guys, I'm out. I'm constantly working on it myself, so don't think that I'm like pontificating like I got it all sorted out. It's a constant battle against laziness. It's a constant battle against taking the easier way. It's a constant battle of like, I'll do it tomorrow. Like, trust me, you're not alone. We're all in the lazy boat together. Some of us have just built better habits that have allowed us to kind of get past the lazy things. So I'm not preaching. I'm preaching to me as much as I'm preaching to you, wanting to make sure that my actions are lining up with the goals. So hope that's helpful for you guys. Any comments? Love to hear from you guys. Hope you're all well. Talk to you guys soon. I gotta go. I gotta take this Jeep in. Time for the Jeep to get a little tune-up.